My name is Curtis Parent. I'm the band director here at Crescent High School, and in front of you is our senior high band. Before we begin, Medicine Hat Public School Division and Crescent Heights High School would like to acknowledge that the land we are on today is the traditional territory of the Blackfoot Confederacy. The people of this Treaty 7 region signed at Blackfoot Crossing in 1877 consist of 3 First Nations, the Kainai, the Piikani, and the Siksika. Treaty 7 region of Southern Alberta also includes the Tsuut'ina and Stoney Nakoda First Nations. We would like to acknowledge and honor that we are also on the homeland of the Métis people. We would also like to acknowledge the traditional knowledge holders and elders who are still with us today and those who have gone before us. We are very thrilled to welcome you to our annual December concert. We've been working hard on some great music for you. As is traditional when I'm going and running a band concert, we're going to start with something big and exciting. This is a piece of music that's very evocative of the marching bands that are prominent in the United States. Features a lot of percussion, a lot of really cool stuff, some nice jazzy licks to set us up for our jazz band, which we'll talk about later. This is Richard Sassado's Sneak Attack. So from something very modern sounding, we move now back into one of the legends in the wind band repertoire. Frank Erickson's Air for Band is one of those pieces that has been around for a very long time. It was a piece that I studied and worked with when I was in my university degree. It was a favorite of the late band director here at Crescent Heights, Mr. Bill Wall. It's just one of those pieces that every few years I'm reminded of how good it is. It's like, oh, I have to go pull this piece out and do it again. And this was the year. So from the very modern, jazzy, aggressive sounding to now the more contemplative and choral and lyrical, this is the classic Frank Erickson's Air for Band. some keen observers among you may have sat back and said, wait a minute, who's this non-high school aged person? Like, did somebody just fail a lot and like they're trying to get their last bag credits? No, I have actually had the good fortune to have a student teacher from the University of Calgary working with me for the last 6 weeks. And it's been a lot of fun for me to go and get to watch somebody else work with the band and see how they respond. And so, for the next two pieces, I'm going to turn the podium over to Mrs. Kate Ann Ackerman.
This first piece, a lot of you will recognize. This is Bohemian Rhapsody, originally written by Freddie Mercury. And this is the band arrangement by, wait a second, Paul Murtha. Just while we have a couple of people being percussionists for this piece, this is another holiday classic, one of my favorites. This is the Nutcracker Suite by Tchaikovsky, and this is written for concert band. We have 3 mini movements. We have starting with the march, and then we have the Waltz of the Flowers, and then we have the Russian dance.
Folks, once again, just because very few people know how incredibly terrifying it is to get up and conduct, a band that somebody else has worked with. One more time. So, before we get on to whatever we have time with, we'll see. I just want to say a few thank yous. As always, I always have to thank the administration here at Crescent Heights. Again, in a time when budgets are slim and cuts are everywhere, band education from grade 7 to 12 has always been a priority at this school when it hasn't been at some others, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. I always have to thank my colleague in the fine arts, Jennifer Davies. She lets us invade her classroom multiple times a year to come and perform for you. And so I'm incredibly grateful that I get to work with her all the time. And if you're looking for a nice Christmas present to give to somebody, tickets to our musical Shrek are on sale now at the Crescent Heights website. A number of people that are up on, actually, just like between band and cast, how many people in the band are involved in Shrek? So there you go. How many people in the audience that are related to people in the band are involved in Shrek? So, if you're looking for something to come do, come see Shrek. We open on January 30th, I think is our opening.
28th.
28th. Yeah. One of those days in January. And I have to thank Candace Davis, who is the head of our band parent committee. She is the one who is helping to coordinate and run all the fundraisers that allow us to have our band trips be so affordable for the students. So Candace, thank you for all the work that you do to help make this program run. And then again, as always, thank you to all of you for coming out. I say it all the time, it's a bit of a cliche, but it's true. We did empty concerts with no audiences during COVID, and it sucked. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you for supporting these young people on their musical journeys. It is very much appreciated by everyone who's on stage. Now, I have to tell you, my original plan, and it was big, it was gonna be epic. We were gonna end this thing off with like 20 different Christmas carols, but I'm honestly not entirely confident that we actually have time for it all. So we might have.
Mr. Barron, yeah, right. Of course we have time for Christmas carols.
Listen, no. Look at this. There's already a babe back there being restless. Like, I think people are ready to go home.
This is a holiday concert. We can't just do one piece.
Listen, but it's the Nutcracker. There's plenty of Christmas cheer already in the Nutcracker, and we definitely don't need any more Christmas cheer being spread around here. Mr. Okay, no. You say this, but I know the band has had enough Christmas.
Now, Mr. Barron, your student teacher happens to be the daughter of the Christmas fairy. I don't know if you knew this.
I didn't know that, actually.
So there's never enough Christmas cheer going around. And I
Here's the thing. The managed to somehow cram these 20 carols into like 2 minutes or less. And there's no way that we can cram that much Christmas music in that little, okay, don't give me the pouty face, like I can't. Okay, folks, you're gonna, listen, all of you, especially you with the hats on, you're gonna have to commit to this. Can we do this in 2 minutes or less?
Yeah!
Let's do it. Right.
Okay, fine. 20 carols in 2 minutes or less. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, folks. I hope you have a happy holiday season. If you didn't get enough band music tonight, our middle school students are up tomorrow night, and then our jazz band is up next Wednesday. So hopefully we'll see you again. Have a good night. Thank you.